Hey guys, so I am going to talk to you today about what you are supposed to put in your blog. Hopefully you finished your assignment from yesterday comparing sites. If you didn't, then you do need to finish that before you start on this. It says that 15 of you already turned this in, and that's not good because none of you should have this turned in yet. I could see some of you may be getting it turned in tomorrow, but let's go over what I wanted you to do on this blogger. I know that one of you actually turned it in and said you didn't understand what you wanted me to do or what I wanted you to do on it. So let's talk about it. You're going to go into your blogger and blog about all of these things. So first, you'll go to Blogger. I'm not in Google Chrome, so give me a second. And this is my personal one. Go to More, there's Blogger, open it up. You should have all set this up. If you haven't, I know that Miss Herman was there when you all set them up before, so she should be able to help you all set them up again. Remember, you do not make a new blog, you make a new blog post. There is a difference. Oh, I guess I am logged into the correct one. So these are all other students from last semester. Some of mine are in here somewhere. Right here. So when I click on it, this comes up. Remember, I do not want a new blog. I want a new blog post. So you want to click on the blog like I did on the last page and then click on new post. Right here, do not click on new blog. Do you hear me? Do not. You want one blog for this class the entire time. Okay? So, again, you will go to the blog that you have written and started for this class. Mine is Tales of a Computer Technology Teacher. I'm going to click on it, and then I'm going to click New Post. Now, this is where I will give it a title, and the title can be whatever you want it to be related to the subject. And then after you give it a title, then you will give it, you'll answer all the questions. I have a lot of things open. You know how I have my tabs open. There's Edmodo. Alright, so here's Edmodo. So, I will do this because this helps me remember what all I need on my blog. So I'm highlighting it, and I'm going to go back to Blogger, and I copied it using Control-C, and then Control-V pastes it. So, I will actually save this when I'm finished. I won't publish it because I'm not finished yet. Okay? I'm going to answer all these questions based on what we've talked about. Why is it important to make sure a site is real and not fake? You all can have some really good answers. I read some good answers to that. It was just not in the right format. How do you know it's real news and not fake news? Now, this right here is speaking specifically about the news, and we haven't talked about it yet. So this one you could have tried to answer, and you probably have a really good idea of how you answered it. But I want to talk to you about it before you turn this in and that it's completed. And describe how easy it is to make a fake site, fake news, or a fake picture. Now, we talked about pictures and the fake pictures earlier. If you remember, we did the Museum of Hoaxes, which had the pictures. These are some that were added, but I want to go back to the picture test. Because if you remember, we were looking at them and we weren't sure if they were real or not, and we took the test on it. And remember, this is actually real. This was a hoax. And we talked about how we could drag the picture into Google Images to figure that out. We can look it up on Snopes. We can research. We can ask about it. And so this is fake pictures. Now, we talked about how to make it. This was actually photoshopped. There's more photo tests that we're going to go over just to kind of look at it, but I want you to take a look at some of these as well and see what you think about them. You know, are they real? How do you know if they're real? How could you fake them? So think about that, okay? And this is not, again, not something I'm expecting you to have finished today. All right. So, describe how easy it is to make a fake site, fake news, or a fake picture, which brings us to news. Did you know, we talked about how the Flappy Birds creator how he died. Remember? And everyone told me how it was a suicide when in all actuality, did it really happen? No. It's a hoax. But it was reported on Twitter and people believed it. Many of you believed it. There have been many times that Miley Cyrus has died, as well as Justin Bieber. And back in October, I think it was, whenever Paul Walker died, that could have actually been November. It was tweeted out, and November 30th right there. And whenever it happened, I remember going online immediately to check because I had seen it on Twitter. The source was a reliable source, but I still needed that extra proof. So I was checking to see what reliable news sources had reported it. And, New York Daily News had reported it. CNN, lots of different places had reported it. Therefore, I knew that it was true. I didn't just go by what someone told me, what I saw on Twitter, without it being verified by a reliable news source. And again, like I've told you, Snopes.com is a good place to go to help you figure some of those things out. Will it have everything on there? No. But will it have some of the major things? Yes. Including celebrity deaths. And you can actually see, there's a thing about celebrity deaths coming in 3. And, it's a false thing, and it goes into the origin and discuss it. And then it also talks on the side, it gives you all the categories that you can choose from. Thought that there was one on celebrity deaths. I know that there is one on Snopes, but I guess not that specific one. Here we go. So here's some celebrity deaths that supposedly have died. And anytime a celebrity dies, I immediately go and look, not necessarily on Snopes, but I look for it on reliable sources, and then I will also check Snopes just in case. Here's some people that have died. You didn't know that, right? Well, that was updated in 2012. So since then, there have been a lot more people. So how do you know it's reliable? Think about that question. How do you know the picture is real? So you're going to talk to me about it, and then we're going to talk about this next part more in depth. Why do people get scammed by these fake sites, news, and pictures? Go on and start all of the answers to these, but as I talk about this more on Monday, I think you're going to have a better idea of what you want to add to it. And then I'm going to ask you to include a fake site. It could be something that we've talked about, or you can find your own. It could be fake news, and then a picture that you find that is a fake picture, or you can create a picture that's fake. Now, a big misconception among my students last semester was that a picture, for example, I don't think I spelled Justin Bieber right. They said, this is a fake picture. No, that's a cartoon. There's a difference between fake and a picture that's created, okay? A fake picture would be one of the pictures that we saw in the hoaxes that was not a real picture, that was someone actually photoshopped. So think about that as you look into figuring out, is this real, is it not, and try to get information about it. But remember, cartoons and things like that doesn't make it fake. There's a difference between fake and not real. So this is all of the questions. Now, the second part to this is some of you turned them in and you did not turn them in correctly. Remember, when you turn in your Blogger, you cannot turn in this. This is not going to work. This URL does not work. You need to publish when you're finished. I'm going to click Save. I'm going to give it a title. Fake or real? How do you know? I'm going to click Save. That way I can come back and edit it, but it's not out there. Now, when you have published it, though, you're going to want to click the View Blog Site. When you click View Blog, it will open up a new paper. And this right here, like here's one that I wrote. It gives you an example. I did not finish it. I gave you examples of a fake site, fake news, and then a fake news generator, which I'll show you all about as well. And I didn't even give you a real fake picture. So this is the URL I want. This one up here has whatever you named it blogspot.com. If you don't give me that URL and if you don't link it the right way, which remember is with the link here, it's not going to work and I will not be able to see it. Okay? Hopefully you will have a better understanding of what you're supposed to do now. Remember, I want you to research. I want you to look through, see what you can find. You can use my website that I did. I'll post that now. Let's see if I copied it. Nope. So, let's X that out. Go to my site, this one, and that's my old one. Edmodo, link it. It'll retrieve a web title, attach it. My blog post about fake information on the internet. And remember, this is not as detailed as I would like yours to be. Alright. I had some really good pictures last semester. Some I actually shared with other people because I thought they were so good. So I hope that you all will share those as well. Find some really good ones. And I believe these are the only 4 classes that are on this part today. First period, 4th period, 5th period, and 6th period. Alright, good luck, and I will see you all on Monday.